The moment goats move behind the dog, predators back off. Most people think guardian dogs protect goats by chasing predators, but the real moment predators decide to leave isn't when the dog runs, it's when the goats move. Watch closely and you'll see something strange happen. The herd stops spreading out and slowly slides behind one calm dog. That single movement changes everything, because predators don't just watch the guardian dog, they watch how the goats respond to it. And when goats choose to follow, predators often decide it's not worth it. Goats don't follow guardian dogs because they're trained to. They follow because they read emotional stability. In open pasture, goats naturally scatter while grazing. They spread out to find food, test boundaries, and stay aware of movement around them. But when danger enters the environment, even before you see it, goats begin to shift. Heads lift, spacing tightens, movement slows, and then something subtle happens. They drift toward the calmest presence in the field. That presence is usually a guardian dog that isn't reacting emotionally. Predators notice this instantly, because scattered goats mean opportunity, but organized goats mean resistance. Wolves, coyotes, and stray dog packs don't rush into chaos blindly. They study patterns. They watch how animals react under pressure. A loud, frantic guardian dog can actually make goats look weaker, because loud energy causes scatter. Scatter creates gaps. Gaps create targets. But when goats move behind a calm dog, predators see strong structure, and structure signals risk. The herd stops looking like prey. It starts looking like a unit. A calm LGD doesn't always lead the herd. Sometimes it simply walks slowly across the pasture, and without touching a single goat, the herd begins to align behind it. This is what many farmers miss. The dog isn't herding, it's holding space. Goats move because they feel safer within the dog's invisible boundary. This creates what predator behaviorists call a moving safe zone. Inside that zone, goats stay tighter, movement becomes predictable, panic decreases. Predators rely on panic to succeed. Remove panic and you remove the opportunity. There's a point during every predator approach where the energy shifts. You won't always hear barking. You won't always see chasing. Instead, the guardian dog slows down. It lowers its head slightly. Eyes stay forward. And the goats begin walking behind it instead of away from it. To a predator, this looks like confidence, not aggression. Confidence is dangerous because confident animals don't break formation easily. Predators calculate effort versus reward. A calm dog plus unified herd equals high effort, low reward. That's when many predators turn away, not because they were chased, but because the herd stopped looking vulnerable. Goats don't follow size, they follow stability. A loud guardian dog may bark constantly, but goats won't necessarily position behind it. They may even drift away, because loud energy feels unpredictable to prey animals. Calm dogs, on the other hand, become anchors. They move slowly. They hold eye contact. They don't waste motion. And goats naturally organize around that energy. Over time, predators learn this pattern. They begin avoiding areas where goats consistently move behind the same calm guardian. You'll notice this behavior most on hills or open pasture edges. As danger approaches, goats often angle themselves uphill or behind the dog. Elevation plus calm posture creates an even stronger deterrent. Predators prefer uneven ground where prey is isolated. But a herd moving together behind a guardian dog removes isolation. The terrain stops working in the predator's favor. Many new LGD owners expect their dogs to run predators off immediately, but experienced guardians don't waste energy chasing every movement. Instead, they let the herd reposition first. This does two things. It protects weaker goats. It forces predators to reconsider before confrontation ever begins. Chasing is reactive. Holding ground is strategic, and goats instinctively choose the dog that makes them feel safest, not the one that moves the fastest. Goats remember which dog they trust. Over weeks and months, you'll see the herd respond faster to one specific guardian. That dog becomes the emotional center of the group. Predators notice consistency. If every time they appear, the herd forms behind the same calm guardian, they start avoiding that pasture entirely. Because unpredictability favors predators. Predictability favors protection. Not every dog creates this effect. Young guardians sometimes move too quickly. Over-alert dogs may bark constantly without holding space. In those situations, goats hesitate. They don't fully commit to following. And predators may stay longer, testing boundaries. The difference isn't strength, it's composure. If you want to know whether your guardian dog is truly protecting your goats, watch the herd, not the predator. Ask yourself, do goats tighten formation near that dog? Do they walk behind it during tension? Does movement slow instead of speed up? If the answer is yes, you're seeing real protection in action. The strongest guardian dogs don't just fight predators, they change how goats move through the world. Because protection isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's still, and sometimes the moment predators back off happens long before anyone hears a bark. It happens when goats choose to stand behind a calm guardian, and that entire pasture shifts from prey to presence. And the part most people never notice is the goats aren't just following the dog. They're deciding in real time who carries the emotional weight of the pasture. In that quiet shift, when heads lower, bodies tighten, and the herd lines up behind one steady guardian, you're watching a transfer of responsibility happen without a sound. The dog doesn't demand it, the goats offer it, and predators see that exchange instantly. They don't just see a large animal standing there, they see a herd that believes in its protector. That belief changes posture, it changes spacing, it changes confidence, and confidence is what predators measure above everything else. A scattered herd invites testing. A unified herd behind a calm guardian communicates something different. This won't fracture easily. This won't panic on command. This won't give you the chaos you need. That's why the real power isn't in the bark or the chase. It's in the moment the goats choose to move behind the dog and stay there, because once that happens, the pasture stops feeling like an opportunity and starts feeling like resistance. If you enjoyed this video or if you learned something new, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and tune into the next one. Thank you so much for watching.